now I want to introduce you to Master Sergeant Roy P. Benavides because if there's ever a story that deserves to be a Hollywood movie, it's his. Roy was a Texan like Felix, born to a Mexican father and a Yaqui Native American mother. He grew up dirt poor, faced racism and hardship, and still volunteered for the army, eventually joining the elite special forces in Vietnam. One day in May 1968, Roy Benavides heard that a 12-man special forces team, some of his buddies, were ambushed and surrounded by hundreds of enemy troops in the jungle. The situation was desperate. Roy jumped onto a rescue helicopter, armed with only a knife and his medical kit, and he jumped from the hovering chopper into the combat zone and ran through gunfire to reach the trapped man. And so what followed was 6 hours of pure heroism and hell. Roy was everywhere on the battlefield, dragging wounded men to safety, tending to injuries, calling in air support, and firing back at the enemy. He was shot multiple times, hit by shrapnel, and even stabbed in hand-to-hand combat. He was throwing wounded guys over his shoulder, refusing to stop despite one wound after another. Grenade fragments in his back, bullets in his leg, face, and head. He saved at least 8 men's lives through his actions that day. By the time a rescue helicopter finally got them out, Roy was so badly injured that his comrades thought he was dead. They put him in a body bag. And as the doctor was zipping it up, Roy spat in the doctor's face just to let him know that he was alive. Roy had 37 separate wounds from bullets, bayonets, and shrapnel. 37. Yet, miraculously, he survived. Now, you'd think a story like this would be shouted from the rooftops. Roy Benavides did receive medals. The Army gave him a Distinguished Service Cross and 4 Purple Hearts for that day. But the higher-ups initially had issues at awarding him the Medal of Honor, the nation's highest award, because of technicalities. You needed an eyewitness to recommend it, and the paperwork window had closed. Years went by. It wasn't until 1981, a full 13 years later, that another soldier who'd been there came forward as a witness. And so finally, President Reagan presented Roy Benavides with the Medal of Honor in a long overdue ceremony. I don't blame him.